I'm going to make a distinction between banks and credit unions. Credit unions typically will stop your electronic services when you file for bankruptcy, and they might even close the account on you. That has to do with whatever the charter says that established the credit union in the first place. But generally speaking, yes, you can keep the bank account, although if you owe that bank money on a debt, then the bank may decide, this is too risky and close your account. There is another wrinkle that comes up with some regularity, not in my cases because I warn my clients, but it can come up. There are two banks that if you file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, will freeze the account. They are Wells Fargo and Union Bank. Now, why do they do that? Well, I'll tell you what they say, but I don't believe them. They say, well, we don't know if the money in the account is exempt or non-exempt. And if we give the debtor access to the funds and then the debtor siphons the money out and then the trustee comes and says, hey, give me that money, it belongs to the estate, we're left holding the bag. So all we're doing is looking out for the good graces of the Chapter 7 trustee. Again, this is in the Chapter 7 context. The reason I don't believe them is because the other banks don't do this and the other banks don't have problems. Be that as it may, it is a problem. And so what I tell my clients to do is drain the account. Just drain the account. Now you don't have to close the account because if after the bankruptcy you want to just pick up where you left off, that's fine. You might want to open up an account with a different bank and put the money into that other bank account. Make sure that the bank is not Union Bank or Wells Fargo. And so, yes, you can keep your bank account. You may even be able to keep a credit union account, although just be aware that there could be an issue depending on what is in the charter of the bank. Or of the credit union, I should say. But generally speaking, yes, you can keep your bank account, although I've never quite understood the emotional attachment that people have to a particular bank. I know that, well, I've been banking at this bank for 15 years and this is my bank. Great, go ahead. They don't care about you as a human being. They care about the money that you've deposited and that if you have debts with them, you make the payments on time. But the long and short, yes, you can generally keep your bank account.